Hello, everybody, and welcome to B Movie Euphoria's 31 Days of Horror, day 25. We are getting down there for real, though. We are. Halloween is almost upon us. October's almost over. This cold's almost gone. Let's get into it. Today, we watched. I don't know if you can. God! Tell. We watched My Bloody Valentine 3D, D, 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 D. So I remember seeing this in the theater in 3D and really enjoying it up until the end. And I think that's why there wasn't a sequel. That's why this movie isn't kind of loved in general. Uh, because there's a lot of good in this movie. There is some really good gore. Also a lot of CGI blood and kind of annoying shit. But there's some definite fun parts in this. I watching it again, watching it with the 3D glasses on. It's not perfect, obviously, because it's on your TV and it's gonna suck a little bit, but it was enjoyable. And but the whole time, you kind of know who the killer is, and it definitely matters in this film more than any other movie. I don't, like I always say, I don't want to spoil it, but basically the star of the movie is the killer. So, back in 2009, ah, those Supernatural boys, Jensen Ackles and the other one, they both made a horror remake in the same year. So Jensen Ackles made this one, and then the other one with the floppy hair, he made the Friday the 13th remake. And neither of those went anywhere because, I mean, they both made decent money, but it just, they didn't really. What are you doing? They didn't really like connect with audiences enough. There wasn't enough really demand for any more. So kind of sad. So 2009 was kind of a bummer for horror movies, but this one and the Friday the 13th remake were both enjoyable. I would say this one a little bit more than the Friday the 13th one, where they both kind of try and do the same thing in a sense, because this one, there's basically a whole horror movie in the first 10-20 minutes, and then the rest of the movie is just like a sequel to that first horror movie, where this guy, Harry Warden, comes back after basically being buried alive in this mine because of this kid's fuck up, Jensen Ackles' character. So he comes back and kills a bunch of people and almost kills Jensen Ackles. I don't remember his name in the movie. Uh, it's something Tom something. And so he almost kills Tom. He doesn't. He ends up, disappearing. And then Tom disappears from town for 10 years. His girlfriend that he was dating at the time starts dating somebody else. They have a kid together. 10 years later, Tom comes back, ready to sell the mine and forget this town and everything. But at the same time, the killings start, and people are getting pickaxed in various ways. Basically, everybody's getting pickaxed in ways that just shove things right at the camera. Ah! Which, to me, that's fun. To me, that's 3D. That's what 3D should be. It should be throwing stuff in your face, so you're like, oh, whoa, what's happening? That's the real point of 3D. I don't know about this, like, they're trying to make it a more immersive experience or something like that. Yeah, this is 3D. I'm like, I went and saw, I think it was The House with the Clock in Its Walls in 3D. No, nothing. It was nothing happened. You need to like throw things at us. That's why 3D was invented. The greatest 3D movie I ever saw was at the Alamo Drafthouse, House of Wax with Vincent Price. It was with these kind of glasses, and it looked amazing. And they were doing all kinds of shit. There were like yo-yos coming out the screen and everything. In this one, they do try. So there are a lot of things poking at you. And I feel like this might have been the last movie where they really, really tried to utilize the 3D thing. So this is based on a Canadian slasher, which I just recently watched for the first time. I had never really seen it. That one's definitely grittier and better, and it has this very authentic feel to this. This has that kind of 2000s, everyone's attractive, so you can't connect with anybody. That's the thing about a lot of recent movies. It's like everybody's too fucking attractive. This is what I kind of liked in the new Halloween. There were at least a couple characters that weren't attractive. And to me, I can't connect to a movie unless there are unattractive characters, because it doesn't make sense when you're in a world where everyone looks fucking ripped. And like they just put their makeup on and did their hair. It doesn't make goddamn sense. But that's what it's like in this movie. Everyone is just gorgeous, and there's some horror veterans in this. Tom Atkins is in it, and he's very good. And it's just great. It's directed by Patrick Lussier, who also did... He was mostly an editor, but he also directed Drive Angry with Nicolas Cage, which is also a great movie. This one is fun. I'm going to say I recommend it. Go and see it. Go and see it. It's on Amazon Prime right now. You can't really watch it in 3D on Amazon Prime, but I'm sure there are some cheap DVDs out there. I don't know if it was exactly worth it to watch it on my TV, just because the 3D doesn't really work, but it kind of does if you like cross one eye and put the other one over there. It's like, you know, those old Magic Eye books where you would just put it up to your face and like hope that you saw something. That's kind of what you have to do with this, but good kills, lots of nudity, just good old-fashioned trash movie fun with kind of a stupid ending that you get angry at, but then at the same time you're kind of like, well, they're trying to do something new. They're trying to at least do a twist on the original and try to make it fun, but I feel like that's kind of why it didn't really connect with people and why they never made any more of these, which the original was pretty much a standalone movie too, so who gives a shit? My Bloody Valentine 3D, not as good as the original, but better than the Friday the 13th remake with his supernatural buddy. They're just too attractive. Those two, I want to like them because I watched Supernatural for a little bit and they had some really good stories in there, but they're just too damn good looking. You know, they need like a scar, or no, that would make him more good looking. God damn it. Anyway, that's my review for My Bloody Valentine 3D. I recommend it. It's kind of stupid. It's kind of fun. Get into it. See you tomorrow, folks.